Hello everyone. I hope you all are safe and healthy. Today, in Standard 11th Commerce, we are going to start with a new chapter, chapter number 2, Fundamental Concepts and Terminologies. In chapter 1, we have discussed few definitions of economics. There are four different authors and who have given the definition. We have seen that. After that, we have seen the difference between the economic and non-economic activities, and afterwards we have seen few terminologies related with the concept of economics. Now, before, as the economics is a vast subject, so we have to understand some fundamental concepts and terminologies before moving further to the main important chapters. So we are starting with the chapter. I hope you will like it. Now, here is the introduction about the chapter. The economy is the studies of rational behavior of human beings. So basically this chapter provides the understanding of goods and services and its factor, price and value, wealth and welfare, and the trade cycle. There are basically these four important points which are going to be studied. The first point, that is price and value, second goods, services and its factor, third that is wealth and welfare, and fourth one that is trade cycle. We are starting with the first point, that is price and the value. Basically, we are using these two words, price and value, as an alternatives. Some way we are using this is the price of the particular product, this is the value of the particular product. So we are using it as an alternative, but at some point there is some difference between these two. So we have to understand what is the difference between these two terminologies, price and the value. So in economics, the value, the concept, price, these both are different. So let's understand that first. For understanding that, we will divide it basically into two parts. One, from the point view of use. That means if there is a product, how we are going to use that. And from the point value of exchange. Okay. So if we are seeing on the basis of point of view as a use, then that value will be called as use value. If we are seeing at a point value of exchange, then that value will be called as a exchange value. Let's see what is called as use value. Now, basically, it depends on how a customer basically needs the product. Okay, so let's take an example. If there is a food, if there is a water, if there is a sunlight, these all three products have a high use value for the people in general. But basically, is there any kind of exchange value of that? No, there is no kind of exchange value. You cannot exchange food for something. You cannot exchange sunlight for the something. Okay, so this will be called as a use value of the product. Now, what is considered as an exchange value? We will use exchange value or this term also as a like barter system. In previous time when there was no money, so what we are using, that concept we have seen already in the first chapter. The barter system we are using. So what is there in the barter system? For example, there is Mr. X and Mr. Y. Mr. X needs a 1 kg of rice and Mr. Y needs a 1 kg of wheat. Now, how they are going to use this? If to satisfy the consideration of both of them, one needs a rice and one needs a wheat, so the one person will give other person a rice, and the other person will give him the wheat. So by this way we are exchanging the goods, so that value will be considered as an exchange value. Whether your product, whatever the product you have, does it have any kind of exchange value, on that basis also we can make the value of the product. So basically the price and value are determined on the two basic bases, that one that is use value and second is exchange value, and you have understood these two concepts. Now what is the relationship between the use value and the exchange value? Okay, now understand it. When the commodity has high use value, it doesn't mean it has high exchange value. Let's take an example. If you have any kind of precious metals, diamonds, it has use value. That means precious metals you can use for any of the functions you can use this kind of precious metals. But does it has high exchange value? Yes, it has. But somehow, if water is there, if you are using a water, it has also a use value, it has also a high use value, but it doesn't have the high exchange value. But from now onwards, we are also exchanging water for some of the purposes. So it depends on how kind of scarcity of the particular product it has. So if the product is scarce in nature, then it has higher use value and higher exchange value. So this is the basic relationship between the use value and the exchange value. So this was the first concept which we have learned. Now, from that concept, we come around this particular definition. What is price? If a commodity is exchanged for money, then such monetary exchange value is termed as a price. Okay, so this definition you have to learn. If a commodity is exchanged for money, then such monetary exchange value is termed as price. When you are exchanging any kind of commodity, when you are purchasing a newspaper and you are paying some monetary exchange for that, then it will be termed as a price. Okay, so this is the basic concept of the price. Price means the exchange value or the worth of a commodity measured in terms of units of currency. So basically, when we are using the word price, so we have to denote it in any kind of currency. For example, if I am purchasing a newspaper, I have to pay 5 rupees. Rupees is a currency. So 5 rupees for that particular newspaper. So that is the value of the currency. Okay. And if I'm using any other thing, for example, if I purchase a water bottle and I have paid $1 for that, so that dollar will be termed as a currency. Ultimately, we have to use any kind of monetary exchange value for that. So that will be known as your price. Okay. I hope you have understood this particular concept.